for that introduction. My name is Nicole Lee. I'm the alderman of the 11th ward in the city of Chicago. It is Chicago's first Asian majority ward. I'm a lifelong resident of Chinatown. My father was born here. We've been here for about 4 generations. And I am the first Chinese American anything in the 185-year history of the city of Chicago to represent our city on the city council. So I'm so honored to be here. I'm so stoked to be here for Chinese Americans, for Harris Walz. Now is our time more than any other time. And I cannot believe that I have the honor of being in such great company and to have just a few minutes to talk to you. I want to talk to you a little bit. I want to echo what everybody else has said, obviously, but I want to tell you why this race is so important for me. I'm a single mom. I've got 2 boys. And for me, what's at stake is the future that I want for my children, the future that I want for all of the kids and all of the youth in my community and yours. Because the choices that are before us are somebody with absolute integrity and someone that doesn't even know how to look it up in a dictionary. You've heard over and over what this what the challenger will do, and we don't want to go back, and we refuse to. But I think we also have to be realistic about what that's going to take, and we have to look inside ourselves to say, what are we going to do? What actions are we going to take individually, whether that is making a contribution? And every time that comes up in the message, somebody should be clicking the link and making a contribution. How many conversations are we going to have? And some of those might be tough conversations. And I think we have to be comfortable being uncomfortable, because if we're not willing to have uncomfortable conversations with our loved ones and our friends and our family, then what are we doing? Because the choice should be clear. And when people aren't clear about that, we need to be able to have the conversation to talk them through what's at stake and why we need to be with Harris Walz. So that brings me to, I'm here in Illinois, in Chicago, and we're pretty solidly Democratic state, but we can't take that for granted at all. I think, the data that folks in our community have researched and found is that as a community, we need to continue to have the conversations to make sure that people in our community are showing up and understand what's at stake so that they show up to vote and that they bring people with them. So while we're here in the Midwest and solidly here in the Democratic state, we have the opportunity to help out in battleground states like Michigan and Wisconsin. So I want to make sure that we're putting the word out there. We're going to help get people organized to get on buses, to go on the weekends, to go knock on doors. We're going to text bank. We're going to phone bank. We're going to make sure that all of the people in our networks, and we should be going through all of our social media, seeing who we know in these places, and making those calls, sending those messages, and making sure that they are then, after those conversations, are getting 5 more people with them. So let's make sure everybody's got a plan to vote, make sure everybody's registered to vote. If they have early voting, make sure they're doing that too. And after you've done that, have those people call 5 more. This is the way we're going to do it. We have the power within our community to be the margin of victory. And as we say in politics, and what I've learned over the last couple of years is if you don't have a seat at the table, you're on the menu. There are no more menus for us here. We are never going to be on the menu again, because a Harris Walz administration will absolutely have us have seats at the table, seats multiple, not just one, seats multiple at the table. And if Trump gets in office, we will have none. So the choice is very clear here, everybody. Thank you so much for the time. I know we've been here for a long time. It is my honor and privilege now to introduce Maryland State Delegate Lily Chi. Oh, I'm sorry, representative from North Carolina, Yao Leo. Sorry about that.